Hey guys, just wanted to let you know that I got a Discord server, and I'll be leaving a link in the description in case you wanted to help the Discord community grow. Warframe is a great game, but it only has one issue in my opinion, which is that it's overwhelming in the beginning, and it throws a lot of things at you expecting you to just get the hang of it right away. So don't worry about it, I came here to share with you what I think are the most crucial and important things for newcomers to know. And I would say one of the first things newcomers should know is movement. And movement is one of the really important aspects in the game. So take your time to develop your movement and get used to it. And definitely don't ignore the game mechanics when it comes to movement. And as a quick tip, bullet jumping is the most common move. And it is important as it provides speed and also makes you harder to be hit by enemies. You can bullet jump by sliding and jumping at the same time. So in PC it's the control button and the spacebar. And also keep in mind that later down the line, the AI of the enemy will get better and they will get better at shooting at you. So you will have to utilize your movement fully so they don't hit you. In Warframe, there is what's called Master Rank, which is the number right up here. And in my case, I'm Master Rank 19, and with yours, you're gonna see the corresponding Master Rank. You can think of it as your account level or min level in a way, and it's a bit different from most games. You see, you don't level up your master rank by just playing missions and killing enemies over and over, but rather you have to max out your equipment levels in order to gain XP to level up your master rank. Also, finishing nodes in the start chart gives you XP, but it's only for the first time that you finish a certain node. So alongside finishing your start chart, you should also max out your weapons and equipment levels. And remember, don't throw a weapon away or any equipment piece away without maxing it first, so you can get those sweet master rank points. One common mistake that I see amongst the new players when they play Warframe is that they rush their way to junctions, which are the little nodes at the end of each planet, like this for example, Venus Junction and Mars Junction. So new players just rush their way through nodes and speedrun. Speedrunning missions and nodes could be fun to some, and I get that, nothing wrong with it, but keep in mind if you speedrun it all the time, it's not gonna be necessarily a good thing. So make sure to take your time and finish all the nodes on each planet that you come across, as it's a good habit in my opinion, and it allows you to gather more resources and discover more of the game. It also gives you something to do instead of just speedrunning and finding yourself without a goal later. And if you spend all your time in Warframe just speedrunning everything, you'll eventually find yourself without a goal and you'll end up having to do those nodes anyway. And in my opinion, it's always better to do something instead of being forced to do it. So make sure to give those remaining missions some attention. And since we're already looking at the start chart, in your navigation on the top left here, you can find a button for your party when you start a mission. For example, if you don't want to be disturbed and you want to do your own thing, then consider switching this from public to solo. Or maybe if you have some friends or you want to invite some people, specific people, then switch it to those as well. And also in my opinion, putting it in solo is a big advantage when it comes to story missions, as if you have it in public you might get some people that played this mission a couple of times and they don't want to hear the storyline again. So most likely they're gonna skip and you would miss out on the story. So if you don't want that to happen, then definitely consider switching it to solo. One really important thing in Warframe is working on some things on the side. Like for example Nightwave, Syndicate factions and other city factions. And you can find the city factions on Earth, which is Cetus, and on Venus, which is Fortuna, and lastly on Deimos, which is here. Getting points and leveling up your faction early on in the game will give you a really good head start for later on, as you might need all of that later down the line to get a certain weapon or a mod instead of buying it from other players. For example, in Cetus you would find different vendors that will let you buy things from them in exchange of faction standing here. And also, aside from the city factions, if you go on your ship, you can find your syndicate factions here. And you can choose one of those syndicate factions to pledge with. For example here, I'm pledged with Arbiters of Hexus. And I have their faction here at the max level. Now, if you took a look at what they sell me a lot of good things for what I did. I can buy weapons, I can buy mods for good frames, I can buy a lot of things, I can buy cosmetics, I can buy animations, so a lot of things. So once they are available to you, make sure to start doing it right away. And don't just wait till you need to do it, or you will end up buying it from other players, or you will farm a lot and it might be boring if you don't do it early on. Now, when it comes to Nightwave, you can find it here on your ship. And if you go here, you're gonna find Nora. And what Nora does basically is that she gives you missions every week. And upon finishing each mission, you get points. And those points will go towards leveling up your Nightwave level, giving you various rewards like catalyst and weapon slots and so on, and cosmetics and mods and weapons. A lot of good things. It also happens to give you creds. And if you go down here, you're gonna see cred offerings. If you click on it, it's gonna show you a lot of things you can buy with those creds. For example, you can buy Orkan Catalyst, you can buy Orkan Reactors, you can buy cosmetics for your Warframes, you can buy skins, you can buy mods, a lot of good things. So also make sure to start doing Nightwave as soon as you can. And make sure to check on the levels every week to maximize your levels. If you don't know already, you don't have to buy platinum in Warframe, but rather you can farm it and make platinum without paying a single penny. And if you want a couple of methods on how to get platinum for free, then check out this video for farming platinum for free, and I'll be leaving a link in the description if you want to check it out. And since we're talking about platinum, did you know that you don't have to trade within the game chat? As I know, prices could go through the roof and it's really expensive. And you could also get scammed pretty easily and pay overpriced for something that doesn't cost that much. So how to fix that issue, you ask me? There is a different way of trading, which is Warframe Market. And most tenno use it, including YouTubers. It's not an official website by Warframe itself, but it won't get you in trouble or get you banned or anything. It's also trusted by many tenno and many YouTubers, so don't worry. So simply you go on the website and search for whatever you want to buy or sell. For example, if you want to buy a Telos Boltor, I just search up the name and I can see people who want to buy it. And there are some filtering options like unit price, quantity, and reputation, and online status. For example, if I want to buy the Telos Boltor, I will go to the sellers tab here, and if I click on the price here, it's gonna show me the lowest price someone is selling it for. And simply, I can click on buy here, copy this, and put it in the game, and it will send them a message telling them, hey, I want to buy a Telos Boltor, can we close up the deal? So definitely, if you want to trade in Warframe and make some platinum, then consider using Warframe Market. And it is as simple as it looks. You just search for the item you want to sell or buy, and you text that person, and you close the deal. One really important thing in my opinion is whenever you are on a mission, make sure to open every crate and locker you see. It is a really big help later down the line when you need to craft something. So you don't have to go farming for a specific thing as often, and instead you will find that you already have it because you developed this good habit of looting whatever you see. And one last thing, which I can't really talk about enough, which is that the game has a really wholesome community. Don't be afraid to get to know more people in the game, as most of players will be down to help you and show you things around the game, and even stay by your side for hours, just because the community likes to help, and it doesn't matter if you're new to Warframe or you've been playing for years. People are still friendly and nice, and it's really rare to find anyone that's toxic. Don't forget to like the video if you found it useful, and if you want to see more Warframe content, subscribe.